What's up guys, Jeff here. So you guys are trying to get some real estate deals put through? Well, a cover letter can do it, and stick around in this video. I'm going to show you guys how to get your deals accepted and what not to write on your cover letter. Before we get into that, July 14th, I'll be doing the WIBO limo tour in London, Ontario. If you guys have never been on a limo tour before, you guys got to come out. I'm going to show you guys all these off-market deals in London, Ontario. You can get your tickets by following the description below. But let's get back to cover letters. And if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you guys hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it. So what is a cover letter, and why would you even use that in real estate as a buyer or as an agent? So a cover letter is a way that you guys can get your meaning across to a seller and not just give them an offer and tell them why you're offering a specific price. This can be very valuable to you as a buyer or as an agent to utilize. Even if you're an agent and your buyers aren't using this, you guys should be just doing it for your clients. It doesn't seem like too many people are doing this anymore, but it's a very useful tool that I've been using ever since I started as an investor and brought it into the agent world as well. Now let's talk about some of the ways that cover letters are used. You can actually have a letter. There are letter cover letters that is the normal thing you do. It could just be an email where you're emailing attached to the offer, or it could be an actual PDF letter. I go as far as adding in a photo sometimes in a PDF of the couple trying to purchase a property so that the seller kind of knows who they're dealing with. And multiple times I've won on deals where the other agent has told me that the sellers really wanted to sell to my buyers. And that's very powerful, guys. It's very psychological, a cover letter. And that's what we're doing. We're really bringing out the emotion in it. But I'm not gonna teach you all about that in this video. I'm gonna teach you guys what not to write in it. Another type of cover letter is actually a verbal cover letter. And maybe I coined the term on that, but basically it's calling another agent or another seller, if you're just a buyer, and telling them why you're offering in a certain way. Maybe you get emotion out of them, maybe you give them facts about an area, and that's very powerful and lets them know. You don't just email them or just hand them a really low ball offer. That's going to produce the seller to not want to do business with you. The third way you can do a cover letter that I've heard of, I've never actually seen anyone do it, so if you actually get to do it, make sure you guys leave me a comment down below to tell me you've actually done it. And it is a video cover letter. It would be like this. It'd be like talking to the seller and telling him, "Hello, Mr. Seller, I'm offering you this because of this. Please accept my deal. You'll find here my agent's just attached it to this email." Now, if it was actually in a video form, you could actually do that or some way on Instagram or Snapchat or however that future is going to lead to. I think that's very powerful. If the seller has 10 offers in front of him and one was a video offer, he gets to see who you are and why he should accept your deal. That's going to be a deal that he's going to look at a lot better than those other pieces of paper, even if they have a higher dollar value amount on it, because he may find some trust with you right here, but he's not going to see the trust in with just the piece of paper that has a high dollar amount. He doesn't know that those people can or cannot close, but you might be able to tell him that you can close. So the purpose of the cover letter is to obviously get your deal accepted by a seller, and this is how you're going to be conveying. So there's certain things you'd never want to write in a cover letter because this is going to attract negative emotion from a seller. So all these things I've actually heard buyers tell me or have their agents tell me, and these are not good things that you ever really want to say to a seller. Even if they're true, you just never want to bring it over, because real estate is all about emotion, psychology. So if you guys want to do anything, go start studying psychology videos and read books on psychology, because that's all the deal is. If a seller's selling, just like there's for sale by owners and with agents, they're going to be stubborn for the most part, and then a buyer is going to come in and offer low. What's the first thing that the seller is going to say? And everybody, a lot of junior buyers out there and maybe potentially junior agents, they all think that this works like some foreign country where you're trying to buy a carpet. You want to offer $2 when the carpet's $10, and you actually think you're going to meet in the middle somewhere at $5 or $6. That's not how real estate happens. You have to really build a narrative behind why that carpet is worth $5. And you might get it for $5, but you have to tell that person why it's worth $5. And you can't just offer him $5 because he'll just say no. So one of the things I've seen them write in a cover letter was that they don't like the neighborhood and they're looking at other areas, but they're offering on this one here. First thing a seller is going to do is listen to that and say, these people aren't really even interested in my property.
Go buy these other ones.
And that's obviously going to depend on how hot the market is or whatever, but it could just lead to stubbornness in a seller. And maybe he or she should be selling, but they're just going to be stubborn when somebody comes in and says, I don't like your neighborhood. Remember, this person lives there, so never say, I don't like your neighborhood. Say, You have to turn it around the other way. You got to say, what a great up and coming neighborhood. We really like it. There's also another up and coming neighborhood nearby that we've been looking at. Hopefully you can accept our offer based on this because that area is appreciating better or something like that, but never get into the negatives. A lot of this is going to be all about don't put down the seller, guys. You want him or her to accept your deal. So never just tell the seller that he or she is overpriced. That's the last thing that they ever want to hear. They're on the market for a reason. Even if you're trying to like win a private deal on somebody and they're stubborn at a level, don't just tell them you're overpriced. They're the ones that are sitting there. They're the ones advertising their property for that amount of money. You can't just say those words that you're overpriced. You have to find a way to convey this to a seller a lot more tactfully beyond just yelling at them and telling them that they're overpriced. So what are some good ways to be able to tell a seller that they're overpriced? Perhaps say, thank you so much for allowing me to enter into your home. I feel like this is a very strong offer that I can offer you. This way you're addressing their list price. However, you're not telling them that they're way overpriced and you just want to offer this. You say, thank you so much for allowing me to do this. I would love to offer you that price, but I cannot. I feel like I can only offer these comparable prices to this. This will actually potentially get the seller to think, maybe I didn't do my homework on how I listed this property. Because you could be 100% right with just lowballing them to what you want. But you gotta come in with some facts, guys, or else they're just gonna tune you out just like anybody. When you were a kid and your parents told you something, you just tuned it out. It's exactly what sellers are doing, unless your parents justified, no, you gotta put on your shoes because we're going to the mall. Oh, okay, I thought you were just yelling at me to put on my shoes. Maybe that's a tangential. Probably won't even add that in. Never tell a seller what renovations you're going to be doing, especially in a residential type home. They may have lived there for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. And if you get in and say, oh my goodness, your kitchen is in a galley kitchen, we can't wait to knock this wall down, put up the open concept, which is interesting by the way, because everybody likes open concept now, but actually it's a lot cheaper for renovators right now because they're not paying for the materials and you have been marketed to think that open concept is better. Meanwhile, they're paying for less walls and less drywall and you'll pay more for open concept. But I digress. Do not tell the seller that you will be doing that because they've lived there forever. They've seen their kids grow up right in that kitchen, eating, going to school, coming home. Don't tell them you hate their wallpaper. Tell them it's great. Whatever it's gonna take to get this deal done, you can go do that afterwards. You own the property. They can't say anything. But during negotiations, never tell them what you're going to be doing. Don't tell them you're gonna be gutting their pink bathroom. Just tell them it's a nice bathroom or whatever. Just say you can't wait to make this place your home. One of the things I like to do in the cover letter as well is tell them, I can't wait to make this place my home. If you notice a seller and they have any children pictures on the walls, you can say, I can't wait to start my family here just like you've done for the last 50 years. This way, the seller will actually want to sell to you and potentially not to another offer that's even higher value. And this somewhat happened to me in the cat video that none of you guys watched. So get over and watch the cat video right now where I saved $20,000 on a purchase price for my clients by, well, you gotta watch the video. But stick around in this video because I still want to tell you guys, never tell the seller when you need to move into a property. Let them tell you when they need to move out of a property. Now you can use that to your advantage. Never tell them that you have to move or you've sold a house and then you have to get in. Therefore, you're gonna be in a less power negotiations. Less is more in this scenario. You just wanna tell them you can't wait to move in, you love their pink bathroom, everything like this. You can't wait to start your family. Don't tell them we have to move on July the 14th, which is the same day as the Weibel limo tour. So hopefully it's not that day. But, sorry guys, I had to do it. Description, you can get the tickets. And another buyer came at one of my listings one of the times, and it was just kind of like a verbal cover letter. And what he said was the market's going down. You better, sell to us at this very low price. Or maybe that they thought that the market was going down, so that they had to buy low because they thought it was going to go crashing. My seller doesn't care about that. The market hasn't crashed. I'm still where I am. That could be a very valid thing to that buyer. But that agent and that buyer should never just be telling me that flat out. They need to go search for properties elsewhere, especially if the property that I had listed was in good shape and the market's still going well. Why come at me saying the market's gonna crash, so here's a low offer? That's never gonna get accepted. You have to come with more facts. Maybe if they gave me some crazy YouTube video that I should be watching, and maybe that would really shock me and I'd be like, oh my goodness, I should go talk to my sellers. But just telling me market's going down, take our low ball, it's never gonna work. So really be careful on how you guys present a lot of the data and most of the things I talked about in this video, and I think you guys are starting to figure it out. anything you're gonna talk to a seller about that's potentially negative, you gotta spin it around to a positive, because they're just gonna tune you out and they're not gonna listen to you. You're not gonna get your deals done. That's how us taking the cat saved $20,000 in the video. I spoiled it, but you can still go watch it after. But really appreciate you guys taking the time. Again, I will be on the Weibo Limo Tour on the 14th of July. We'll have tons of off-market deals where we're negotiating back and forth with sellers off-market, making sure that we get you guys the good deals and using a lot of these tips about cover letters and what to say to sellers to get deals done. Hope to see you guys there. And you know, we're always at the mansion in London, Ontario, so make sure you guys are swinging by. If you're ever in the area, send us a DM on Instagram. You can always find me at Jeff Weibo on Instagram. I post there every single day, so probably always have my phone in my hand. Anyways, really appreciate all the subscribers right now, and we'll catch you guys on my next video. Watch one of these.